6 months ago, residents of the Rochester Towers condominium were forced to vacate their apartments due to structural issues with the building. Thanks for joining us. I'm Caitlin Alexander.
And I'm Tom Overley. So now the building is getting closer to having a permanent construction plan to fix some of these major issues. Our Matt Rainier sat down with city officials to learn more on the progress that has been made following the temporary safety measures that were put into place 6 months ago.
On June 2nd, residents of Rochester Towers condominium were forced to evacuate their homes after a maintenance repair crew discovered damage to the building's columns. Temporary shorings were put in place to stabilize the building, and on July 4th, all but 12 units were approved for residents to return to. Since then, Jerry Norman with the City of Rochester says multiple inspections and evaluations have been done by the Building Restoration Corporation and Encompass Engineering in order to come up with a permanent construction plan.
On the 28th of December, I believe, they made application for a building permit with our office. They included structural calculations, they included specifications, and they included the construction documents that clearly identified the columns that were to be addressed, how they were to address it, and ultimately we are in the process of reviewing those documents.
Norman says there is an engineer overseeing this review to ensure they provide a construction plan that permanently fixes the building. Although it is not known at this time if these permits will be approved, Norman said that the temporary measures ensure a safe environment for the residents until a permanent plan is approved.
It's a much more complex issue than just merely saying, okay, we had an issue and people had to move out. The board actually went through the entire structure of the building to make sure that this was only isolated to a few columns. They wanted to make sure that, no, this isn't a problem that we have throughout the building. They did their due diligence. That's why it's taken this long before they finally have submitted for a building permit.
Norman says they hope a decision is made sometime next week. In Rochester, Matt Rainier, KTTC News.
As of now, those 12 units remain unoccupied due to the temporary construction measures. We have reached out to the law firm representing Rochester Towers for comment about the building and construction plans. We're still waiting back to hear from them.